But maybe like a key holder. No, I know, George, we don't really need a key. No, I get that, George. Yeah, I get that. No, it's wide open. There's actually no doors in the place. I understand that, George. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Dave from the wee hours here, back with some more of Food Park Manager. Look at all those happy, happy faces down there. Happy, happy people enjoying my happy hot dogs because there's so much meat in them. The ingredients market is open, and as usual, I have absolutely no coffee. Let's fix some of these things. And some people are ready for promotions here. Sabrina getting much, much better at just, being Sabrina, doing Sabrina things. George here doing very, very well. That's about it right now. I got room for another 2 people, but more importantly, when we checked out last time, I had just leveled up. And oh goodness, there's some screen tearing going on here. I believe that opens up, yes, the milkshake stall. So we can get, some milkshakes. And that is actually going to be one of the last things we put up. After that, it's the sushi stall, and we're good. Oh, it's pink. Oh, I like that. I'm leaving that. Let's tuck this guy right in here. Okay, good. And what are you again? No. Everything go away. What are you again? So you're ramen. Okay, ramen and a milkshake is it's a different idea. I mean, I'm open. I'm open-minded about these things, but ramen and a milkshake. There we go. Ramen and a milkshake. Really? Okay, I'm open-minded. I don't judge. You do you. Now, what do you actually need? Milk, chocolate, and strawberry. We're going to finally have to order chocolate. Is the ingredients market? Yeah, the ingredients market is still technically open at this point. So, geez, I haven't ordered chocolate in ages. Let's get another 50 of those coming in. And then, obviously, I need to hire somebody for that. So, 1 cook, please. Service expert. Okay, $1 tip. And you're cheap. Okay, Fed, I don't even care about the other 2. You're in. Oh, yeah, I'm kind of glad we're in the tail end here. This is starting to get a little choppy as we pan around in high-speed mode. I mean, I do have 312 customers on site right now. That is a lot of people for this game to be holding right now. But boy, it's getting a little choppy. Hey, it's early access, it's early days. I'm sure those things will be picked at as time goes by. But the milkshake stall is doing real good right now. It's doing so good, I bet people are going to start to get annoyed about that. What if we put up... Oh, hi, how did we do yesterday? We made some money. Okay, money exists. How about we put up one of the speakers right behind the bushes so you don't even know where it is? And I can't even open for the day without people being fusty. Needs a little bit more milk. Okay, you can have a little bit more milk. Fairly cheap. Let's make sure that's not fairly cheap. Let's bump that up to that. And of course, I'm going to need some ice for this too. So that's yet another thing that's gonna take ice. Yeah, sorry, dude. It's thumping techno. Yeah, it's hidden in the bushes over there. No, it's just on a loop. Now, what do you hear, like 8-9 hours? Yeah, it's going to be the same song over and over again. I know. I accept your resignation. Now, is anyone else having a problem with any recipes? No. Doesn't look like it. It looks like everyone is pretty cool with the recipes here. I'm kind of holding off on decorating this area until I get that last stall in. Level 21, we can get some sushi around here. And ramen, sushi, and a milkshake, I kind of just threw up a little bit in my mouth. I'm not going to lie about that. Who needs a promotion around here? Who's doing fantastic work for me? Anyone? 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 Oh, Benjamin, all the way down here. One of my performers. You're a top-tier performer now. Speaking of performers, let me get that for you, sir. I'm sure you're too lazy to walk to the nearest trash can. Speaking of performers, wouldn't be a bad idea to have one around here. I've got room for 1 more person. Why don't we put down... let's see. Do we want dancing or do we want singing? I mean, the dancing is just no good. Let's just do some singing here. Spin that around and put this right at the front. Really annoy the people at the picnic table because the guy's got like 4 cover songs in his repertoire. And he's just going to play them over and over and over again until you want to throw your trash at him. The ingredients market is open. Oh yeah, veggies could be looking better. Okay, let's get someone hired for that. So I've got room for 1 more person. So 1 performer, please. Charisse is agreeable. Cool, I like that about you. I'd love it if none of you wore fedoras. That would be great. 5 more customers and you're better at working. Well, that is pretty good. 5 more customers means 5 more people spending money around here. I think we can float the 37 a day. I think that'll be fine. So he's going to come in and start jamming out some Simon and Garfunkel and then the 3 other songs that he knows. Right next to the thumping techno, it's going to... Oh, wow, you're going to get a headache. This is just a recipe for a headache. You know what this place could use is a few benches down here. That way you could actually stop and listen to the annoying guy playing the music. So let's pop like one here and then one over here and then mix those colors up for me there. How about that one's bright red? And then this one over here is... Ooh, that's a terrible color. Let's absolutely do that one. And probably a trash can around here would not be the worst idea. How about one of those maybe right next to this guy so he can smell that? Building is obstructed. How about right there, dude? Yeah, sorry. Okay, so this guy's just having the worst day of his life. He's got a trash can right here with rotting food in it. And then he's got thumping techno over here. And this guy is playing Bridge Over Troubled Water for the 47th time today. Wow, the ramen stand got destroyed yesterday. Absolutely wrecked. What is the problem now? More strawberry. Okay, you can have a little bit more strawberry, but I'm afraid it can't be cheap anymore. That is a $20 milkshake right now. So 2 milk, 1 chocolate, 2 strawberry, and 1 ice. Okay, beginning Bridge Over Troubled Water for the first time today won't be the last. What could I do over here? Maybe show me some flooring. I'd like to look at some flooring, please. Unlock everything. I've got things. Just unlock everything that we need to be unlocking here. Unlock that. Unlock that. Unlock... Actually, that brick floor is nice. I use that over there somewhere. But boy, it does look good. How about... Could we do maybe... Not the stone path. I'm not crazy about the tiled floor. Actually, you know what? Could we... I'd have to move all the bushes. That seems like a bit of a faff, but... Let me just move some stuff around here. Just for right now, move all of these bushes over here. Actually, that doesn't even look that bad. Move that over here, and then move this one over... sure, right there. Maybe put like a building around this. So, how about we did... Could we get this to go like this? No. Make it come back to... Actually, how about this wall? The half wall. That might be kind of fun. What if we did... this, and then over to here. No, not at the diagonal. It's a nice idea, but no. I like where you're going with that, but I'm going to just go ahead and put a hard no on that one. Bring this down to here. It's going to go through the sign, but I'm going to learn to cope with that. And then in here, maybe do this tile floor like this. And I don't know why. It's just sort of an area. It's like a building kind of area here. I don't know why I did that. But I'm feeling pretty good about it. Ingredients market is open. I bet we have nothing. Now, what exactly would complement that down in there? Show me maybe some lights. Oh, yeah, some lights will definitely work. Let's do lights. I get these to go like this and then like this. Yes, perfect. I love everything that I just did there. I'm basically a genius. And then... if I put a porta potty behind this place, 2 questions. 1, can people access it? And I'm going to go ahead with a loose yes. 2, does this horribly violate local health codes? And I'm going to go ahead, again, with a hard yes on that. I've just put, well, just raw human sewage right behind the milkshake stall. And the dogs have got out again from the shelter. We had that happen last time. I really feel somebody needs to address that. That's obviously they're not really caging their animals up very well. I mean, sure, let them out, take them for a walk, pet them, play with them, all that kind of thing. But then, put them back inside later because you guys are really failing miserably. What is the problem here? A little more strawberry. Okay, that's a lot of strawberry. This is going to cost you a little more money. And by that, I mean it's a $25 milkshake right now, kid. That's a $25 milkshake. I've just taken to ordering everything in hundreds at this point because we are just getting gutted. Now, I did just bump up the strawberry, so let's get that going too. The other 2 are probably fine right now. Order all of that. I've got plenty of storage. No problems at all with storage. I think a ghost just went into the porta potty there. Somebody needs a promotion. George, you're doing great work around here, kid. You know what I see in your future? A management position, George. You might be managing Ian, Ricardo, Olivia, and Ronald. They're going to be real upset about that. But we're going to talk about the concept of maybe not an assistant manager position, George, per se, but maybe like a key holder position. No, I know, George, we don't really need a key. No, I get that, George. Yeah, I get that. No, it's wide open. There's actually no doors in the place. I understand that, George. Thank you. And bright and early the next morning, I've already done my ingredients for the day, just 1,000 of every single thing because we're going nuts around here. Ian, my new performer, you're slightly better at singing Simon and Garfunkel. And Eileen up here, you're now maxed out at being a cook. Oh, speaking of maxing out, I've got a ton of money. We should be upgrading some of these things. There we go. That is level 5 now. And how about you? Oh, you're already maxed out. Already got you on that one. Anyone else out here missing an upgrade? I mean, no, you are maxed out. Just looking for anyone who might want an upgrade. You are maxed out. The ingredients market is open, and I've leveled up. Okay, let's deal with the tedious part of that first, and then the exciting part. Now, does that level up open up anything that I don't already have or indeed want at that point? So nothing real new going on there. How about an entertainment? 24 for the piano. That's a long way off. That's a very, very long way off, and it's going to be long after we get the last food stall. Could put some fire pits around here. Everybody loves a good bit of fire. And I've got some tree beds in here. That is nice, actually. Unlock these for me. Oh, hi, we're doing end of the day here. Yeah, 3,600 profit. That's cool. Unlock some things for me here. Now, put up one of these. Yeah, right in. Oh, it snaps right to it. Good, which is nice. Put that in there. Yeah, that looks nicer. I might put one of those over here now. And who desperately needs a promotion? Trisha, again. Good job, Trisha. Nicholas doing great work for me. George is bucking for that management position. Key holder George. That's what... Okay, no, George, there's no doors. Okay, well, the porta potties have doors. Maybe you could have a key to those. Would you like a key to those, George? Yeah, I didn't think so. I'm going to do kind of some pre-planning here. I want to use those new little tree things that we just got there. So unlock one of those as well. And actually, show me this one. What does this look like? Okay, I don't actually dislike that. Let's put one there, and then one on the opposite side. And then actually look at these might be nice in here. How about one there, one there, one there, and then kind of the same gig here. Okay, I think this is going to be a little bit more floral and open, he says. Not really knowing what that means, but hopefully it's going to all make sense when he's done. So put this all the way to here, just the regular grass. What I'm seeing is the sushi stall is going to go in here, and then maybe a little path. This is going to be more open, but yet ornamental. So let's do some more of these. So how about one there and one there? How does that line up with that one? It doesn't, so that'll be vaguely annoying. And then one right there. Yeah, somehow this is all going to look good when I'm done with it, I assure you. Where are those bamboo trees? There we go. Put a bamboo one in there. And I love the fact it snaps right in. That is good. And then something different in here. Maybe these ones could go in there. So we're actually kind of going to hide the sushi stall behind a bunch of trees. You have to hunt for your sushi. It's like an Easter egg hunt, but raw fish. And I still got $41,000 to be messing around with. I'm just kind of buzzing around, seeing if anyone else needs an upgrade at all. How about the Scottish play down here? No, that is maxed out ice cream. Anything? Nope. Maxed out pizza. I might have everyone just as good as they're going to get right now. Hot dogs are good. I've already checked this one. The tacos are good. Yeah, I'm kind of running out of things to upgrade, or indeed people to upgrade, although there's a couple of people who need something going on here. Ian, you're getting slightly better at singing, which is actually worse, and everyone else is maxed out. All right, get a few ingredients here. I bet we're running out of everything. Yep, I have no chicken left. Now, let's keep the idea of keeping people happy then, because I'm 6 out of 7 on my happy customers thing, so let's make sure people are being super patient around here by putting around a few more obnoxious speakers like that. And then I've got one over there. That part's covered. There's one over there. That's covered. There's one over there. I've actually been frighteningly efficient about doing this. How about over by the Scottish play here? Let's put one over here. Even if I've already got one, I've got one down there, but it may not cover both areas. So just in case, put one up there. And that'll help to cover this area too, where I've already got one. I have overlapping obnoxious music everywhere. fantastic. Maybe another doghouse. I mean, that's got to keep people happy, right? People love dogs. And how about another kitty sand trap here in the picnic area? I don't know why the sandbox comes with a kitty. Well, I do, because I understand how cats work. I have a cat. I know exactly why the cat comes with the sandbox. That's kind of fundamental, actually. But I don't know why we're putting that in a food park. Again, basic hygiene, people. And the next day, it's very, very hot out. And people will not be as patient. And they're going to be doing that for 3 days. So obviously, ice cream, milkshakes, all of that is going to go nuts right now. Let's just get 100 of these. Probably not so much on the coffee because I refuse to serve iced coffee. Iced coffee is an abomination, and I'm entirely correct about that. It is just science. If you like iced coffee, you are wrong. No, it's true. Iced coffee is awful. Iced coffee is just cold coffee. I'm sorry. I will not apologize for it. This will be the hill I will die on. I will go to my deathbed saying, if you like iced coffee, you are incorrect. It's a cold cup of coffee. You know what we do with cold coffee? We throw it away. We just throw it away. Dump it down the sink. Whatever. I don't keep cold coffee. I don't say, I'm going to go pay $5 for some cold coffee. You know, I do have another staff position open. I was kind of waiting to hit level 21 to see if I needed someone. Well, I will need someone for the sushi stall. But if I was going to have an extra slot, I'm going to imagine I'm going to get an extra slot when I level up. So I'm going to hire another cleaner. You learn fast and you're cheap, but you move faster. That's a tough one. I'm going to take move faster. That seems like a really good thing when you're having a cleaner. You want them moving around the place, because I'll get that one, and it is $1 a pop every time I clean something, which is nice, but also, you know, I'm hiring cleaners for a reason here. Let's sweep up some trash. I'm just taking a little time before level 21 here to put down some more trash barrels. Speaking of cleaners, let's make sure we have plenty of places for people to throw their trash away. I see one over there. How about we tuck one maybe over here by the chess tables? Might be a good spot. I don't actually think a lot of people eat over there, but it won't hurt. Sorry, let me just get that for you, sir. Oh, and next morning I actually did my happy customer thing. Hire a performer. I've hired several of them. Now I'm going to have to fire somebody. Wicked sorry about this, Olivia. I just picked you because you're at the top of the list. So now I'm going to hire somebody else. So, Olivia, is your resume still on file? It is not. Okay, so Lola, you've got a bunch of skills there. You can focus on attracting more customers, decorating the park, and increasing luxury points. I was supposed to do the happy customer thing like ages ago, right, Anne? Like, I'm way, way ahead of the tutorial, which is unusual for me. I know many of my viewers will be shocked by that, but I've actually kind of gone through the tutorial part successfully, and I'm like leaps and bounds ahead of Anne here. And I better get immediate credit for my luxury thing here, because mine is well over 1,000. And I am not deleting things to bring them right back in. Let's just get some ingredients going on here. Yeah, a little bit of strawberry and then the usual suspects. No, Anne's not giving me credit for that, Anne. Anne, that's not very nice. My park luxury is 2,289. I am way ahead of you, Anne. I'm also perilously close to level 21. I think a couple of hot dogs and we are going to reach level 21, which opens up, finally, sushi. And there it is. As soon as I said it, it immediately happened. Okay, slam everything into pause mode here. I got sushi. All right, so one sushi stall. I want this to be kind of back here, like this. And then you kind of come around and you're like, oh my god, there's sushi, once you clear the tree range here. Now here, I was kind of thinking maybe a path of some sort. Maybe something like this, where you come in and walk around the trees, and then, you know, you get sushi is what it is here. You know, which has been sitting in the roasting hot sun, and it's raw fish, so it's probably near a porta potty as well. So all of that is going to go in like, oh, no, that doesn't work. Well, now this is off center. This is, okay, no, this has to be centered like that. Well, now those are off center. Okay, this doesn't, everything has gone horribly wrong. Now I've got to move every single one of these until it's all centered. Otherwise, the little Adrian Monk in my head is going to keep me up tonight. There you go. You're all welcome, by the way. You're all welcome that looks better now. Whew, that was a near thing. Well, more things. I mean, this is kind of looking a little zen over here. So let's put a rock, like right here. And then maybe, now these do not have to be centered. I was saying, but Dave, Everything in your world has to be centered. It has to be even. Not these. These can be chaotic. Look, if you think this is bad, try being Mrs. Dave. She has to live with this 24/7. How about a nice pawn? Oh, no, that doesn't look good at all. No, that's just terrible. I don't know what I was thinking with that. I will unlock the log, though, because I think people sit on this like a bench, and that might be kind of fun. So put that in there, and then I'd love to see maybe like some flower beds going down the outside like this. So all of these coming down here just to kind of differentiate the area. I know it's obstructed. I'm going to cope with that. Don't bark down my snorkel here, game. I can't quite get the last one in there, so I'm going to instead put that there. And then now put another one of these up like this. Okay, that does make sense in my mind. Now, let's sprinkle a little color around here. So that, and that, and that, and that, and that. That? Yeah, accept all of that. It all looks fantastic. Now, what does Sushi do for a living? Oh god, this isn't centered. Hang on. Stop everything. I only saw that at the last possible second. Hang on, move all of this. Let's just move everything. Move this here. No, anywhere. I just put it anywhere. And then move this here, and then this here. Okay, check it again. All right, everything that needs to be centered is centered. Okay, now I can go back to figuring out what the problem is with sushi here. Eggs, fish, vegetables, rice, and fruit. Okay, we haven't done fruit yet. Bump the price up. Okay, and then upgrade all of it. I've got tons of money here, so upgrade all of that, accept that. And then hire somebody. Oh, I still got the spot, no problem there. Cook, service expert, and I'd love the tip. But you are like really, really good and you're cheap. Okay, get that guy in there. Now, the only problem with this is if you want to eat your sushi, you got to go like halfway across the planet to do it. There's no real seating around here of any sort. Is there anything that kind of goes with this? This does. This gazebo, oh wow, it looks great, but it's not going to really work here. That's not going to work at all, unfortunately. How about some of these smaller picnic tables? That kind of, yeah, that does work. I can cope with these. And then maybe another one over on the other side like that. Yeah, those I can live with. Some sort of trash barrel around here would probably be a good idea. Get that to live maybe down here, and it should cover that other table. I think that's within the radius here. Okay, sushi, no, get out of everything. Sushi is in play. And of course now, I just gotta fidget with the sign. And I'm gonna go back to something I said the first time I played this game. Now, I had said the very first time I did the demo of Food Park Manager, because of the crazy sign feature, which is, again, it's not a bug, it's a feature. You now get a Steam achievement for it. It's amazing. Because of that little feature, I wanted to see if I could type Hamlet into one of the signs. Now, realistically, for me to sit down and try and type out the entirety of Hamlet, one of the greatest works of Western literature, I don't got that kind of time in my life. Let's just be honest here. I got other things I need to do today. I've got to transplant some peppers outside and hope that they're going to last. We had a bit of a fake spring, so I've lost a few plants. Long story short, it's not. But long story short, what I will try and do is a synopsis of Hamlet. I found it. I found the character limitation. I knew it had to be in there somewhere. We didn't really even get as far as the first act. So I cannot type any further than this. There is, in fact, a character limitation in there somewhere. I didn't count. I didn't count how long it was. But in here, I've completely shut off the sushi stall. In here is the beginnings of a synopsis of Hamlet. Now, please don't bark down my snorkel about any run-on sentences. This is not my synopsis of Hamlet. This is a quickly Googled synopsis of Hamlet. So there's an insane run-on sentence here that just drives me nuts. There's way too many commas in that. But I have begun to type out a synopsis of Hamlet. We've got as far as Hamlet pretending to go mad. Oh, spoiler alert, by the way, if you haven't read Hamlet, Hamlet pretends to go mad. So we've gotten as far as that, which is really first act territory at that point. I mean, you're kind of creeping into the second act there, but mostly we're still in the first act, and we really haven't gotten to anything good, like when Ophelia kills herself. Oh, spoiler alert, by the way, Ophelia kills herself. But I finally found a character limitation. If you want to go ahead and count how many characters that is, knock yourself out. I'm not going to do that. But there is somewhere in here a character limitation. I have completely boxed in the sushi stall with a synopsis of Hamlet's first act. And I think that is an excellent place to call it a day on Food Park Manager. I've got all the food stalls. I've unlocked basically everything. We're only missing a couple of small things at the end, like the piano player, but I'm pretty sure I can live without a piano player. I think we've seen what we're going to see out of Food Park Manager, and I'm just going to go ahead and say, what a fun little game. All right, I may be a little biased because the developer actually listened to me saying, please don't ever change these signs. I'm a little biased. I'm absolutely biased towards this, but it's really nice to have a game where the fate of the world is not hanging on my shoulders. All I've got to do is put up some food stalls and decorate the place. And that's it. And money pours in. I'm not going bankrupt. I'm not about to be foreclosed upon. My employees are not quitting. It's just nice sometimes when a game is just nice. So good job, Food Park Manager. And I look forward to seeing what comes down the road. Guys, do please let me know what you thought of Food Park Manager on the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. And if you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button. See more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time. But maybe we close the door during a zombie apocalypse, Cinnamon, huh? It's just basic security technique. If the door is closed, Cinnamon, the zombies are going to have to work harder to get in. What you've done is put up a big sign on the top of your roof here that says, hey, zombies, this way for food. All right, is there an actual fire, or are you just telling me that fire is a thing that exists? Because I'm very familiar with that. Fire loves me, and it wants to be near me at all times. And I'm pretty sure they're trying to beat him to death with a baguette, which is less effective than you might commonly think it would be. I have created epic fruitcake. Those words have never been uttered in the entirety of human history. That sentence has never come together. I have made epic fruitcake.